Donald Trump is set to close out the Republican National Convention. He will deliver his acceptance speech this evening. Trump's speech is so important, and it's expected to focus on the convention themes this week. Make America safe, make America work, make America first, and make America one. Well, my guest now was given the honor of officially nominating Donald Trump to be the Republican nominee for president earlier this week.
One man, Donald Trump, was not intimidated. He would not be silenced. He spoke the truth. He gave voice to the people's concerns. It is my distinct honor and great pleasure to nominate Donald J. Trump for the office of President of the United States of America.
That man was enjoying nominating the party's nominee, Donald J. Trump. Senator Jeff Sessions now joins us. Senator, it's great to have you with us. He was the first senator to endorse Donald Trump for president. He's a member, of course, of several important Senate committees, including Budget and Armed Services and the Judiciary. And importantly, and I might even say more importantly, he has been a thought leader for the conservative America, all of whom have been concerned about the direction of this country. It's great to have you with us on this great, important night.
Thank you, Lou. And I got to say, of all the people I've worked with in the media, you have understood the key issues more than anybody else.
Well,
and that is that people are good, decent people, want a lawful system of immigration that serves the national interest. What's wrong with that? Why don't we need that? You've shared and been open to the concerns that these trade deals haven't worked well for American people. So I think that's the two things that Donald Trump took that I've been advocating for several years, and he went straight to the top. But he has extraordinary talents and gifts, unusual strength and capability. But I think those issues helped a lot, too. It showed that he cares about the average guy for a change.
This country is built on our middle class. It's built on our capacity to grow our economy and to share the fruits of our labor and the investment of our capital. He articulated that as well as anyone in politics ever has in this country.
I agree. And it's people rewarded it. They heard him. They appreciated it. Finally, somebody saying some things they thought for a change and weren't politically correct about it sometimes.
You know, the fact is that Donald Trump talks about creating wealth for all Americans. It's an idea that's faded under both parties, and you pointed this out, under both Republican leaders and Democratic leaders. That is, sharing the wealth in this country with the middle class, making work. As Laura Ingraham last night said, and I thought so eloquently, she said, restoring dignity to work, jobs of any kind. The madness of saying that there are jobs Americans won't do. You ask the question, who are we? We're Americans. We all but invented the word work and working for a better life. It's just, it feels so good to have those expressions of our future out in public now.
I thought Laura was fabulous. She hit this theme. You know, one of the things that I love George Bush, but that phrase, jobs American won't do, was one of the worst things I think he ever said. I think it's absolutely wrong. My mama taught me you respected people who went to work every day, who did tough jobs. They were worthy of the greatest respect and not to be looked down upon.
And the word respect is filling this arena. Respect for this country, respect for our laws, respect for one another, not differentiating on the basis of our differences, not differentiating on some sort of wild-eyed ideology, but rather looking to our traditional American values and saying every man and woman who wants to work is entitled to that opportunity. Maybe not the success that comes in every instance, but certainly that opportunity. Equality is and I think, by the way, I've covered Republican conventions and Democratic, and I've been doing so for 40 years. I haven't heard equality mentioned as much as I've heard in this convention ever in the Republican Party, and it's a wonderful thing.
I think you're right. The middle class has actually declined. The number of people in the middle class, as I noted Monday night, $4,000 decline in real income since 1999. This is a catastrophe. I mean, it cannot be that any party runs for the presidency. They need to have a plan to lift people's wages and create more work. You have...
and you can't do that with a government program.
No.
You just can't do it.
Hillary Clinton's idea is more government, more spending, more programs, more regulation, more debt, really.
And a lot more taxes.
And more taxes. So that will never grow an economy. It will never work. So I think Trump has got the right balance here.
All right, I'm going to ask you a personal question. Have you ever been this excited about a Republican convention and an election in your life?
I'm getting a little giddy, I got to tell you. I thought and believed that a lot of my colleagues were not getting it right. They weren't hearing the American people, what they really were concerned about. So I advocated for this, and Trump took it on, ran on those issues, and I'm pleased to see he did very well.
Well, it's great to see
Thank you.
And I'll tell you this, Senator Sessions has been a happy warrior throughout it all, and nobody has outfought him. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.